Okay, so previously we went over how to use style tags in our head element to edit our HTML pages styles. Now we're going to look at how we can use external HTML style files, like CSS files, to edit our HTML's page, our HTML page. So let me go back into my VS Code, and so this is the code that we have right now, okay? What we're going to do now is create a HTML CSS file. Okay, so we're going to click new file, and this time we're going to write styles. Okay, this can be any name you want, but I'm just going to choose styles. Now we're going to write dot, and then we're going to write the extension. This extension has to be the exact same. Okay, instead of writing HTML, I'm going to write CSS. Okay, instead of hypertext markup language, I'm going to write cascading style sheets. Okay, CSS. Now I'm going to click enter. So now we're in our styles file. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just copy this entire styles from my style tag and paste it right here. That's basically what the styles file is, okay? It's just an extension of this style tag, okay? You can write anything inside the style tag and also write it inside this styles file, okay? So now let me delete this styles tag. Now let me go back and refresh. Let me go back to my page and refresh. So now what you may have noticed is that our elements have just gone back to normal. They don't have their previous styles. So this is actually because we haven't linked our files yet. The website knows, the computer knows that there are two files. One is called one is called example.html, and one is called styles.css. But it doesn't know how they're both connected. We haven't linked them yet. Okay? So in order to do that, we have to go back to our website, and we have to create an element called link in the head. Okay? Link. And then we're going to type a rel. Rel is called a relationship. It defines what the relationship between these two documents are, between our HTML file and our styles document is. The relationship is a style sheet. This file that we're linking is a style sheet, okay? And then we're going to type href. Href is the path to the file, okay? So this path is going to be the styles.css file. That's the name of the file. And now we're just going to close it, okay? Now we're going to save, and now we can go back to our website and then refresh. So now as you can see, our styles have been linked, and now we can add any styles we want to this CSS file, and then because this file and this file are linked, we can type anything we want and it will automatically update. So let's say I want to change the background color from black to green, or green yellow, a bit lighter. Now if I go back and then refresh, we can see that it's updated, right? So that was how we can use external HTML style files. We can also use something called Bootstrap, okay? So we can write all of our own CSS inside of files just like this, but sometimes it may come to a point where we want to use other people's styles that other people have created instead of just rewriting everything ourselves. So Bootstrap is a collection of styles that we can use for to add into our website, okay, very easily, okay. So these are a lot of styles that other people have made that we can add into our website. So let's just go back into our web browser, and then we're going to type in Bootstrap in our web browser, and now we're going to click getbootstrap.com, the first link that comes up, okay. And then we're going to scroll down a bit, and then we're going to choose, you see over here where it says include via CDN, we're just going to copy this entire thing, okay? So what you'll see when we paste it is that, oh, one second. So what you'll see when we paste this file is that it's actually a link. It's a link element, just like how we wrote here. It says it has rel style sheet right here, and it has an href right here. But what you see is that what it links to is not a file that's inside of our computer, but it's a website that is on the internet, okay? It's linking to a file that is hosted on the internet. And if we go to this link, if we click control and then click, if we go to this link, we can see that what it actually has is a lot of CSS. This code is all CSS, but it's been very compacted so it doesn't look like CSS. But all of these styles will be applied to our web page right when we click save and then refresh our page. Of course, not a lot of them may not be visible because we're not using any of the styles that any of the identifiers, like the classes that the style has, but there will be some changes, okay? So if we refresh, if we go back and then save and then refresh, we can see that now even the font has changed. The font has gotten a bit bigger, because that's one of the effects that the Bootstrap has on our web page. What we can also do is add different files or different elements into our web browser, into our web page, very easily. So let's go into the docs of Bootstrap and then choose one element that we want to add. So over here it says components. Let's say I want to add a card component. Okay, so these are all different kinds of elements or different kinds of pre-made HTML that they've made for you so that you can easily add it into your website. So let's say I like this image, I like this card. Okay, all I have to do to add this card into my website now that I have Bootstrap is just copy this HTML that they already wrote, and then I'm gonna go back into my code, and then I'm gonna paste it right here. Okay, now I can save, and then I'm gonna go back, and then let me refresh my page. Now we can see we have the element has popped up because we already have the styles, and all we needed was the actual HTML code to paste into our website. I can also change the name of the card if I want to. You see right here, this is just HTML. You see this is a header tag. I can just change the content inside the header tag, and let's say it's Iframe's card. Now if I save and then go back, you can see that the title has been updated. I can also add a table into my website. Let's say I want to add a table. All I have to do is go over here into the search bar and type table. Now let's say I want to take this table. I want to add this table into my website. I can copy it and then go under my card and then just click paste. Now if I save without doing anything else, I can just save and go back and then refresh my page. And then as you can see, the table has been added into my website. This makes it very easy to add things into your website. Next we're going to talk about Bootswatch. I'm going to end the recording now.